Hello and welcome back to my channel. I started getting ready to film with a completely different video in mind, but I logged onto Goodreads to do a little research and I saw that the Goodreads Choice Award finalists are available. So I was like, I will do a blind reaction and give you my predictions as well as what I voted for. Now, I know that I just did an entire video about why I'm dumping Goodreads, and that's definitely the case. But like, I still gotta be nosy and see what's going on over there. At this point, I've fully stopped tracking my books over there anyways, but I want to vote. I want to be nosy and see what's in there. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so there were a bunch of these. I remember that I didn't end up reading anything from the category. So I'm probably going to have to skip some of these, but let's see. All right, vote in the final round. So this is favorite fiction. Man, there's a lot of books in here. I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 of these. um, I think that, man, what do I think is going to win? I think that either Sally Rooney Intermezzo or The Wedding People is going to win. I read The Wedding People. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I didn't love it. Intermezzo, I haven't read. I am inclined to vote for either I Hope This Finds You Well or Margot's Got Money Troubles, which is one that I read recently and it was so great. But I think I'm going to go for I Hope This Finds You Well. I'm pretty sure that's what I voted for in the preliminary round, and I loved it. So that's what we're voting for. Next category. Historical fiction. So I've read 3.5 of these. So I have read James, the Lion Women of Tehran, and The Women. I have read some of By Any Other Name, but not enough to vote for it. I'm sure it's wonderful. I plan to finish it, but I'm easily voting for James because that is one of my favorite books of the year. But I think that The Women is going to win, which really, I did not care for that book at all, and I've gone on and on about it, so I won't do it again, but that was not the book for me. James, I hope that wins everything. I believe that actually just won the National Book Award, which it's well deserved. Next category, mystery thriller. All right, so we've got The God of the Woods, Listen for the Lie. Okay, so I have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 10 finalists. And honestly, I did like some of these, but none of them blew me away. So I don't know what to vote for. I guess I'm gonna vote for The God of the Woods, but that's a toughie. Because I think there were a lot of better thrillers that came out this year. Don't ask me to name one off the top of my head right now, but I feel like I read a lot of thrillers. I read a lot of them in general, and a lot of them that I liked better than the 6 of these I read. And I'm never reading a Lucy Foley book again, so I know that wouldn't be one I would like. I probably would like this Frida McFadden because but I still know it's, whatever. I haven't read this one, We Solve Murders, but it does seem cute. I mean, based on the cover, there's a cat, so I'm already sold. Anyways, I'm gonna vote for The God of the Woods. Favorite romance. Now, I probably have not read many of these, if any. Oh, yeah, I've read 2 of these, The Paradise Problem and Funny Story. And again, The Paradise Problem, one of my favorites of the year, so definitely will be voting for that. But I think that Emily Henry is probably going to win. Did I say what I thought was going to win on the last one? I don't think I did. Let's go back. I think that either The God of the Woods is going to win or one of these Frida McFadden books, which I mean, that's not a very good guess, but I'm going to go with The God of the Woods as my prediction. Okay, so we're back here. Yes, I'm voting for The Paradise Problem, but I think that Funny Story will win. Emily Henry is a good author and I enjoy her stories for the most part, but except for the one we don't talk about. Um, but I feel like her fans are like rabid and they are like obsessed. So I feel like that will win without much competition. All right, Romantasy. I wouldn't even begin to know how to predict a winner, or I can't vote in this. I mean, I kind of want to say it's going to be this Quicksilver because I feel like I've heard about it a lot. And as someone not in this like part of the internet or this world, I there's no reason why I would know about that unless it was like very well liked and popular. I also think that like The House of Flame and Shadow, Crescent City, those books are always really popular. So that could be it, but I guess I will say Quicksilver, I think, is going to be the winner. And again, I'm not voting. Fantasy. So yeah, once again, haven't read any of them. Um, I don't feel like I know a ton about any of these to be able to predict a winner, but I guess I'll say TJ Klune Somewhere Beyond the Sea because I know that The House in the Cerulean Sea was a hugely popular book. I really loved it. And this is the sequel, so I do think that it probably got a lot of votes on because of that. The Lost Story could also be a winner. I don't know. I haven't heard a ton about this one, but last year this author released a book called The Wishing Game that was incredibly popular. I thought it was okay, but a lot of people like really, really loved it. So it's definitely possible that that one would win, but I'm gonna go with TJ Klune, Somewhere Beyond the Sea. Wait, I didn't mean to vote. Clear vote. Okay. Next category. Now, this is where I didn't think I would have read any of these books, but I had. So let's see what we've got. So I have read Annie Bot and I DNF'd the Ministry of Time. So I did like it. So I will vote for Annie Bot, but the rest of these I really don't know much about. I would probably like this book, The Family Experiment by John Mars, because I really have enjoyed his books. So, unfortunately, I don't know. This was also Orbital. This was nominated for, or was a finalist in the National Book Awards. So I feel like this could be the winner if that's kind of the circle that's voting. But I also think that the Ministry of Time is one that could have definitely get votes. It also was a Book of the Month pick, which I think a lot of people, that's where they get their recommendations from. There's nothing wrong with that, but like they rely on Book of the Month to, give them the books they want to read for that month or whatever. And so if people picked that and haven't read a lot of the other ones, if any, that's what they're going to choose. So I'm going to vote for Annie Bot, but I guess I think that the Ministry of Time is going to win. Okay, reader's favorite horror. So I have read, shockingly, I've only read two of these. So I read Eyes Are the Best Part and You Like It Darker. I'm actually in the middle right now of We Used to Live Here, and I'm really, really liking it. A couple of other ones on here I have on my TBR. I Was a Teenage Slasher, Diavola, and Incidents Around the House, but I haven't obviously read them yet. I am going to vote for The Eyes Are the Best Part because I loved it. It's a debut, and I really thought it was great. I think that Stephen King is going to win. And that is a book that I also loved. It's short stories, and I did adore it, but he wins everything. So I want to vote for Monica Kim. All right, favorite debut. So I've read one, one and a half, well, one and two halves, which makes no sense, but I've read The Eyes Are the Best Part. I've read like half of The Ministry of Time and like about half of We Used to Live Here. And The Ministry of Time is absolutely a no. Um, I really don't think I can vote for a book that I haven't actually finished reading yet. So, I mean, I love The Eyes Are the Best Part, so that's definitely going to be my choice. As far as what's gonna win, none of these really like stand out as being like very like commercially popular, which is weird to say because this one was Reese's book club pick, and this one is a Good Morning America book club pick. So you'd think that would be very like commercially popular, but unless I'm just not paying as close of attention as I have in the past, I don't think that either of those was like crazy popular. However, I would be willing to bet the Ministry of Time is still going to win for the same reason that I said it before, but I'm voting for The Eyes Are the Best Part. All right, audiobook. Okay, so we've got Funny Story, We Solve Murders Just for the Summer. Okay, so out of these that I have listened to the audiobook, I've only listened to 3 on audio, and that's Funny Story, First Lie Wins, and James. I did like a hybrid sort of situation, and I loved that audiobook. The other 2 were fine, but like I'm gonna vote for James because I loved that book, and the audiobook was really well done too. I did read Listen for the Lie, and that is a lot of it to do with a podcast. So I imagine that I would have really enjoyed the audiobook version. However, I didn't listen to it, so I'm not going to vote for it. So we're going to go with James. Oh, and I am assuming what will win will be Emily Henry. Funny Story again. All right, young adult fantasy. Not a clue. Not a single clue. Um, Literally couldn't tell you. I think I've seen Ruthless Vows talked about a lot, so I guess that will be my guess for what will win, but literally don't have any idea. Young adult fiction. Haven't read any of these either. I don't even know how to choose one that possibly would win. Although I think that this book, in all of my TikToking recently, this one I think I've seen a lot. So, I'm going to pick 1,000 Broken Pieces as my prediction. So we'll see. Nonfiction. I've read one of these and I liked it a lot, but I guess that makes it easy for my voting sake. One in a Millennial is the one that I have read, and I did really enjoy it. I feel like The Message by Ta-Nehisi Coates is what is going to win because very popular author, but I'm going to choose for One in a Millennial. Favorite memoir. Okay, this is a big category for me. I think, well, actually, I don't know how many of these I've actually read, but man, the 2 that I am torn between both made it to the finals, which is great, but and that's From Here to the Great Unknown by Lisa Marie Presley and Riley Keough, and A Well-Trained I can't talk. A Well-Trained Wife by Tia Levings. Oh man, I don't know. I think I'll vote for A Well-Trained Wife just because that was a really brave story. It's about a woman that left a like evangelical church and like an abusive husband and getting out. So I mean that takes a lot of guts to write about. So I'll vote for her. What do I think will win though? Hmm. You know, I think that Ina Garden's book is going to win because a lot of people are really, really big fans of hers. Um, and I think that like she's a kind of personality that you don't even have to be like a huge fan of hers to think she's a good person and want to like read about her life. I certainly would. If someone handed me that book, I would read it, even though I'm not like a big fan or anything. History and biography. Ooh, I don't know if I've read any of these. I don't think I had before. Yeah, I haven't read any of these. I don't know what's gonna win. I'm inclined to say this Eric Larson book because he is extremely popular and very well liked in nonfiction categories. Um, so, yeah, I mean, I think that's my prediction. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. And I think that is all of the categories. So let's see. Yeah, I am quite happy with my choices. I think that it's going to be a fun time to see what wins. Again, this is definitely not something that I put much stock into because it is truly a popularity contest, and the books that, sometimes win are not the best books. And that can be from, my perspective, of course, is just an opinion, but like as far as like writing and prominence, like certain books win that are just not the best book. It's all kind of subjective, so it is what it is. So let me know in the comments what you're voting for, if you're voting at all. This will probably be the last time I vote. Maybe I'll vote again next year. I don't know. But I am looking forward to seeing what wins and making my judgmental video based on that. So if you watched all the way to the end, put a little trophy emoji in the comments. And if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.